To the story now, Electricity Minister Dr Kgosientsho Ramokgopa says he's pleased with the work that's done by Aspen in adding more energy supply to the grid. Ramokgopa is concluding his two-day visit to the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. Our reporter Lerato Fekisi has more for us.
Today marks the end of a two-day visit by the Minister of Electricity, Dr Kgosientsho Ramokgopa. He has been here for the past 2 days, engaging with stakeholders and also businesses to try to find solutions to the current energy crisis, also try to find ways how collaborations can work to ensure more energy on the grid. This morning they spent their time here in Aspen going through the drug facility behind to find out if there's enough or efficient energy to ensure enough drug supply to the Eastern Cape. I'm joined this morning by the MEC of Economic Development, Mr. Mvoko, the CEO, Group CEO of Aspen, Mr. Stefros, the Doctor of Electricity, Mr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa, and also the Mayor of NMB. Let me first start with the MEC of Economic Development. Mr. Mvoko, how important is it to ensure that Aspen, which is a huge economic driver of the Eastern Cape, has got efficient energy supply?
It's very important because remember, Aspen is one of the companies that are assisting us in ensuring that we deal with the issue of unemployment, and you know that our rate of unemployment is very high, so we can't afford to lose them, particularly because they don't only have one facility in the province. We have to make sure that we assist them so that they maintain both facilities, and they assist us in ensuring that there are more people employed. So even if they want to go into a new venture that will make them develop any other, whether it's a vaccine or anything else, we've got to support them because they are assisting us in dealing with the unemployment rate in the province.
Mr. Stefros, obviously you are here at the pharmaceutical company more than they are, and just speak to us some of the challenges you faced in terms of energy supply and how important it was to bring the minister to the plant to see the work that you have done despite the challenges you have faced.
Firstly, I think it's important to work closely with government. We've got government from all tiers. We've got national, provincial and local government. We haven't experienced problems with electricity supply. I need to state that up front. Today was more a visit about looking at some of the innovation towards green energy. Green energy, of course, is not only an ESG requirement, but is also what the country is aspiring to futuristically. And the type of green energy commitment that we are making, plastics, pharmaceuticals are big consumers of plastics, and we are recycling our plastics, or will be recycling our plastics shortly, which will enable us to convert that into green energy supply. The technology is called pyrolysis. It's innovative. It's used in other industries as well, of course, but this is the first in the pharmaceutical industry in this country, and is our commitment to green energy and a green economy futuristically.
And also speaking about futuristic, green energy obviously is the future because it's also economically good and also environmentally good as well. Also a key aspect of that as well?
Yeah, so look, I think both our country and globally, if you look at the SDGs, if you look at ESG requirements globally, green energy, green economies are really important. And it's important to show and demonstrate leadership in that direction, and that's what we're trying to do here. That's why it's very important to have government from all tiers here with us today, because as we work together as a country towards green energy and green economy is a big opportunity, big economic opportunity. So it's really important that we share these ideas, we share what we're doing with the government, and that was the purpose of today's visit. And of course it gives us additional encouragement to move more and more towards a green economy.
Thank you. Minister, yesterday you were very positive in saying that the key to your visit is also ensuring that you establish good collaborations with established companies such as Aspen today, and obviously what you saw inside is quite impressive because you're seeing that they're looking futuristically at green energy. How do you feel about the work that's been done here at Aspen, especially looking at the future of green energy?
Well, I'm excited about the work that Aspen is doing as one of our marquee companies in the country and of course in the region, looking at the innovative ways of ensuring that they go green and for us it's important because we're able to get additional megawatts onto the grid. As Stavros has indicated, it's got multiple benefits. So we're extending the life of your landfill sites, we're getting the city clean, you are getting people into employment, the reclaimers that are informal, then they can be mainstream as a part of guaranteeing the fuel source. And of course, at the national level, our commitments to net zero path, ensuring that we meet our nationally determined contributions gets to be bolstered by the efforts made by people, entities like Aspen. But again, in terms of the immediate challenge is to ensure that we get as many megawatts as possible. So this innovation they are introducing potentially could bring 20 megawatts on that waste-derived fuel, and then they are also doing other innovations. They are expanding on their photovoltaic solution. They already have about 2 megawatts rooftop installed. They are looking at a solution or a site where they can roll out about 4 megawatts. So this is important because it speaks to the reforms that President Ramaphosa has introduced on the generation side. And we are happy that marquee companies like Aspen, despite being the leaders in the area of medicine, I think they are beginning to see the opportunities also on self-generation, contributing to the resolution of the energy crisis, becoming greener, and we can really encourage everyone to do this. We saw yesterday DISA, what they are doing. We know what other OEMs are doing. So if you put all of these things together, I think Nelson Mandela is becoming to, if you like, emblematic of what is possible when the 3 spheres of government are working with the private sector. There's a lot we can achieve to protect the investments here in Nelson Mandela, by extension the job, and continue its role as a primary driver of the economy of the province. So we're excited about what Aspen is doing here.
Mr. Fekisi, obviously it's also great for your municipality to be part of such an event. Speaking about the importance of the 3 tiers of government taking part of this, how do you feel as a metro to know that you are playing a role as a catalyst to such energy supply?
No, thank you very much. It's really, it gives you some kind of sense of power having here the national government in the form of a minister, and we also have provincial government, the MEC here. So you know there's backup. So when I make those promises on a local government level, I'm backed up by the other spheres of government. But yes, we were here today to come and see what it is exactly that Aspen does. It's a really world-class facility, and to get feedback from them as to what their challenges are, what their plans are for the future. The feedback that we've received regarding the challenges and so forth, we've been working well together. That's their words, not mine. I'm pleased to hear that they do work closely with our I&E, Infrastructure and Engineering Department, water and sanitation as well. And we touched on a couple of other issues also related to security, the products that get made here, to make sure that it doesn't get onto the streets illegally, affecting our residents negatively. We've got a big problem in our communities that's related to drugs and so forth, but Aspen has really come on board, and they're doing their best to ensure that these drugs do not get illegally onto the streets.
Well, that was the Mayor of the NMB, Mr. Fanikak, the Minister of Electricity, Dr Kgosientsho Ramokgopa, the Group Executive of CEO of Aspen, Mr. Stanfros, and also the MEC for Economic Development, Minister Dr. All of them just speak about the importance of this plant, also speak about the fact that it's going to contribute and play a part in supplying more energy to the grid, also supplying green energy, which is futuristic and also good for the economy as well. For now, let's go back to the studio.
Thanks, Lerato.